I remember when I finished secondary school, it's like yesterday, just yesterday. And after that, went to uni, did my sign up just yesterday too. And now I'm like in the world and I'm expected to navigate adulthood alone. It's crazy, it's hard to understand. There's no manual, there is no rule book, everybody's working on eggshell. The guy that studied accounting thought, he would make it big. The person that studied theater art was sure that he was going to blow. And me, studied business management, last started business, at all, started business. But as I went on, I'm sure I'm not even the only one. I went on and I realized life was not what they sold us. Life is totally different. Responsibilities, bills, feeding, everything is crazy. The prices, inflation, you now have to understand what investment is. You have to understand what finance is. You have to understand how to get a job, how to budget your salaries. You even go further to understand office politics, how to get a job and keep a job. All this that we're not even taught in secondary school or uni. We just came out and we found it. Oh, sorry, he found us. And it got me thinking that if I were to talk to myself, my secondary school self, my university self, about adulting, if I were to talk to someone in 200 level, or you just finished uni, you are doing your NYSC, about adulting, about life in general, what will I say to the person? What will I tell someone? What will I tell them? And I've come up with 5 things I think I would like to tell whoever is, in that adulting phase, like me, we're still adulting. Whoever is just getting into uni, just finishing NYSC, just getting your first job, just getting your first apartment. I think I have 5 things to tell you today. I did a get to know me video earlier, and it opened up some part of me that I didn't know, and it enabled me write these 5 things. The first thing I would want to tell you is friendships change. You don't have to get stuck somewhere, maybe the person is not reciprocating your love, person is not reciprocating your attention, you guys were in uni together, you're out of uni, the person is not even picking your call, you guys are not talking. People change, friendships change, circles shrink. When I was in secondary school, we were 3 or 4, and when I left secondary school, I had to get new friends. I didn't take the same set of people from secondary school to uni. One person went to Abia State, another person went to Imo State, another person stayed in Lagos, another person went to Delta State. And we couldn't, it was hard. Long distance was crazily hard. Right? And so at that time, I needed new friends. And so getting new friends in uni, leaving uni, you get new friends. NYC, you get new friends. Your first job, your first full-time, in-person job, you have new friends. They either sack you or you run away, and you go to another company, you get new friends. So over time, you get to meet new people, things change. But I know people that are stuck on their first primary school friendship, like it must work. No. If it's not working, if life has happened, get new friends. Don't. And then if you're that person that you've been so blessed, you still have the same set of friends from crèche to, and please, we love you, we see you, God has blessed you, you are one out of the 99. But if you're like me, that for every stage of your life you have to meet new people, make friends or get connections in the same people that you finish this level with, not the same people that you go into the next level with. If you're like that, it's fine. Friendships shrink, it changes, and that's okay. And then if you've not even braced yourself for it, brace yourself. Yes, that's your cosmate might be posted to Zamfara and you posted to Lagos. I know. So you need to understand that people will leave and people will come. But you are not going anywhere. You are like barracks. You will stay here. Right? The next thing would be that money rules more than you think. Yes. Money rules more than you think. I know that you'll be like, oh, virtue. Those things work. Virtue, integrity, they work. But you see money, the earlier you realize it, that in any space, in your place of work, in church, and everywhere, money sort of rules. The money you have, the kind of money you have will determine the kind of friends that you have. I used to know someone that would not be friends with people that don't drive a particular kind of car. I know ladies that would say that if the guy doesn't have this kind of car, they wouldn't even talk to the guy. Then if you don't have car, they won't even talk to that kind of guy. I know ladies that have the ideology, have made up their minds that if a man doesn't drive this certain range of cars, they won't even look at this guy twice. So money rules. When you say money make the world go, yes, it does. It rules more than you think. I know they've taught us a lot on integrity, they've taught us a lot on power, but money is that power. Then they told us education is the key. It's still the key, no doubt, but there are different keys. The bigger padlock, the bigger this thing is money. Another thing I would want to tell you is growth is lonely. I know you're trying to grow, you're trying to learn that skill, you're trying to perfect that, script. I understand all those. But growth is lonely. You get to wake up at 5 a.m. on your own. Nobody. You get to set your structures by yourself. You get to go to the gym. You get to put in this work on your own. You want to start learning how to read or read for a long, you do it alone. You're trying to write your exams, better yourself, take your ICANN. You do it by yourself. No uncle, auntie, no, will be there with you. So don't expect to carry crowd when you want to grow. Growth is lonely. I think I still have this ideology that if you really want to grow, you need to come out of that circle and look at yourself as a piece. What's wrong with me? Outside of my friendship, outside of this circle, outside of this person, what's myself? How can I grow? What am I lacking? So growth is very lonely. Very, very lonely. Now only you know where you want to go. You're the only one that I want to win Guinness World Record for the longest usher in the world. You are the only one that knows that. The next is, no one has it all figured out. Nobody. I used to have this family friend, uncle, that kind of thing, that would boast that he knew what tomorrow would bring when I was little. So he would come tell my mom that, oh, I know what's going to happen tomorrow. I know what's going to happen on Thursday. I knew what was going to happen on Friday. And I used to see him as one superhero. Because what do you mean you know what's going to happen the next day? So it means if you're supposed to, this was my little child brain, right? It means if you're supposed to break your leg today, you can stop yourself from breaking your leg because you know what's going to happen the next. I used to have that thought. And then he died. Like, why would you die? You that you know what will happen the next day. Why would you die? Like, if you were going to die, you get like, why would you die? And then it dawned on me that he had no power. He knew nothing. It's God all the way. I know that we read self-help books, perfect. We pray, perfect. But don't beat yourself up. You see that uncle that is doing so great? You see that babe that is doing amazing? She doesn't have it figured out. Don't beat yourself. What we're doing is we're pressing different buttons at the same time. And when it clicks, we're happy. Yes, you have plans, 5-year plan, 7-year. How are you sure your plan will work? By the grace of God. Yeah, you don't have it all figured out. You don't have it all figured out. You started off as a mechanical engineer. Now you're a makeup artist. You don't have it figured out. You may end up maybe being a fashion designer at the end of the day and die one. Did you have it figured out in the beginning? No. So please don't beat yourself up over, what am I supposed to do now? Oh, I think I need to get this thing. No. There's this stairs in my school in uni. You can't see the end. There's a way it was designed, right? So until you climb, you will not know where you're going. Like, you won't see the end. So whatever you're doing, you can't figure out everything. Just start. Just do it. Just leave. And then as you're climbing higher, the fog clears. As you're climbing higher, the fog is clearing. As you're climbing higher, the fog is clearing. No one has it off. Some people say, oh, can you not see my life? Nigga. You don't have it figured out. What you're doing is, God is helping you, yes, but you don't have it figured out. So don't weigh yourself, don't bug yourself over what somebody is doing, how the person is doing what they are doing, and how you're doing your best and it's not working out for you. Don't let it bug you. Just do the little you can do. And do it well. Trust me. The next one is time is your real currency. Everything works on time. Everything works on time. I was telling my friend one time that I don't think 24 hours is enough. It's not enough any longer. There are things I need to do and I say, well, I'll do them tomorrow. And then I'm so full, that tomorrow is so full. And I still have strength to do it, but there's no time because I said I was going to do it tomorrow. And 24 hours has finished. So, all I'm trying to tell you is, time is money. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting it doing skills that will not help you, learning skills that will not help you. Stop wasting it doom scrolling. Stop wasting it on things that will not be productive. 1 minute you're 18, the next minute you're 25, the next minute you're 30. I feel like the flip from 25 to 30 is so fast. Like, it's like someone just turn on the switch. 18, 25, 30. What's happening? How did I get here? How am I 30? And you can vividly remember when you graduated from uni when you were 20. So what did I do for 10 years? So please, if you're here, you're Gen Z looking all, sweet, don't waste your time. Learn that thing. Do that thing. Make that money. Invest. Please understand. I'm here to tell you that there is no time. There is no time. There is no single time. And then the younger ones are so catching. They're so coming. They're coming so fast. Now, look at you. You're an auntie. Your brother has given birth. Their children are calling you auntie. And you are still feeling like a baby girl. That's because things are happening very fast. Yes, I understand that you need to take your time, but you're taking too much time, or you might be taking too much time. Get up. Time is the only thing you have. There are things that you might not be able to enjoy when you're 40. There are things you might not be able to enjoy when you're 50. I know people that'll say, oh, I wanted to buy this car, but I don't think it suits me. I think I'm too old for this kind of car. And then if you check, they really wanted that car when they were younger. Time is the real currency. So tell me, out of everything I've said today, which of them hits you hard? Friendship changes, time is the real currency, growth is lonely, no one has it figured out, or the oga kwata of them all, money rules more than you think. Which of them got to you? We've come to the end of today's episode. Thank you for hanging out with me. My name is Lady Kachi. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.